Nick Caserio today. He has been a little bit reckless when it comes to trades. He's been a little bit reckless when it comes to free agency. See Cam Robinson, see CJ Gardner-Johnson. By the way, CJ Gardner-Johnson, a Baltimore Raven. And there's times when there's really no method to Nick Caserio's madness when he moves up or down on draft day. Sometimes it's just like he's throwing stuff around. It's reckless. And I think the sports analogy that he made makes perfect sense because I think it summarizes what his mindset appears to be at times. And I don't know how many people watch hockey. I used to like it a lot more than I do now. I love 90s hockey. I think it was great back when the Avalanche, Red Wings, Stars, all that stuff, Flyers, Blackhawks, like all that. I enjoyed it. Don't watch it as much now. I know it's like a quota for people who don't even watch it to say there's nothing better than playoff hockey. You hear people say that all the time, whatever. I think playoff football is better. I think playoff baseball is better. I think playoff basketball is better, but whatever. Nothing better than playoff hockey. Okay, whatever. But Nick Caserio used a hockey analogy when describing his transaction style. And he said getting a shot on goal. Getting a shot on goal, sometimes you're just doing it to do it. And it's basically like the ultimate crapshoot thing. You're trying to get it. You're trying to challenge the goalie, even if you're not. You're hoping that it bounces off of him. Maybe you're able to knock it in. But there's sometimes when you're just getting a shot on goal, you're not really putting a lot of thought into it. I don't watch much hockey anymore, but I know enough to be dangerous. And I don't think I want my general manager talking about just getting a shot on goal when it comes to free agency. Because quite frankly, that's probably how you end up cutting CJ Gardner-Johnson after giving him all that money just 3 weeks prior. That's probably how you end up getting rid of Cam Robinson when you gave him $12 million and he probably still would have been a good backup tackle. That's probably how you just throw around draft picks and we can never keep up with whether or not they won the trade or not. So Nick Caserio said this and used the hockey analogy. I think he needs to adjust it. I'll tell you how in a sec. But first, let's hear this hockey analogy from Trader Nick.
Team building in and of itself, there's nothing that's guaranteed. So say NFL players, maybe you have a little more information based on relative being able to see them play. Draft players, there's some risk involved. So honestly, you really don't know how it's going to go with any player. The reality is we're going to take shots on goal. Some shots are going to hit, other shots are going to miss. So, I mean, I would say it doesn't really change. The overall team building philosophy, it's never linear. So nothing is going to work out perfectly each time. So you're going to take some shots. Things will work. Some things won't work. So in the end, our job is just to evaluate. D'Amico and I talk about the team literally every day. Do we feel is in the best interest of the team and the organization, and just keep pressing forward? And that's where the focus is going to remain.
Nick.
Let's get rid of the hockey, especially now that these contracts are going to come up and you're going to have to pay Will Anderson and we think CJ Stroud's going to be expensive. Let's switch from hockey and let's go to golf. Let's at least like weigh the putt, get the caddy over the shoulder, maybe walk around, look at the hole, measure the green and everything that goes on. Let's get rid of just the hockey, getting the shot on goal. And how about we go golf? You're going to make some putts, you're going to miss some putts, but very rarely do you see a golfer go up there and just wing it like hockey players do when they're trying to get a shot on goal. I think it would be nice. I thought that was very symbolic. Like a lot of times Caserio will make analogies that go way over my head about Silicon Valley and the stock market and all that, and he tried to avoid that today. But I think a shot on goal. Let's move past the shot on goal, and as things get more difficult, things get more crucial, maybe you take the next step. You're not going to hit them all, but let's get away from the shot on goal, and let's treat it like a putt. Put a little bit more thought into it, perhaps. I'm kind of being trite, but I'm kind of not. I'm kind of not with some of the stuff that he does and some of the wacky ass stuff he does, specifically on draft day. So symbolic. Let's move from the hockey to the golf. enjoyed hearing Nick Caserio today. I thought he was good. I thought he was entertaining. And I thought if you go beyond the word salad, I thought there was some good entrees there. And I enjoyed the back and forth of the criticisms that I had of him. And I thought this was one of his better bye-week media availabilities. But let's play some golf instead of hockey.